When we refer to masculine and feminine, as I said, we're not referring to gender. In this context, we're referring to somebody's energy, and everyone's energy sits on a continuum. So to really, really simplify it, I'll use myself as an example. I might be like 70-30 or 65, I don't know, something like that. 65-35, I mean, between masculine and feminine. I'm not the most feminine, but I have a strong feminine energy because I have a strong mother. We all have a balance of those two things that's natural to us. And that whatever's natural to us may shift over the course of our lifetimes, but I don't think it shifts by much. Okay. So you could, as an example, or like as an exercise, literally feel into yourself and just give yourself a sort of reading or a number on like, where do I fall on the continuum? Like I said, 65-35 or something like that, 70-30. That's somewhere in the ballpark of where I feel. It's a thing that's unique to everybody. So our job as practitioners, as human beings, is to see, where do you fall on that continuum? What are you? What type of animal are you? And there's no wrong answers. There's actually no wrong answers. What's really interesting, the next level of this, is how this impacts romantic relationships. I think that's probably where your question was going, right? Or the next layer of your question, which is, what is the balance in a relationship that's healthiest for you and leads to you feeling the most fulfilled in that relationship? So what's interesting for me has been, if I'm with a really feminine woman, she will make me feel more masculine, and that feels really good. If I'm with a woman who, you know, one of the deepest relationships I've had is with a woman who's probably like 60-40 or something like that, in terms of 60 feminine, 40 masculine, that's pretty close to the center. I didn't feel over time energetically balanced with her. I was like, actually, I need somebody more feminine. And then if she's with somebody who's like 90-10, that man will make her feel more feminine and it'll balance out. So there's a balance and a polarity that you're searching for between masculine and feminine that is uniquely suited to the relationship. And that balance, that polarity, I had a friend of mine, a really intelligent guy who, I still remember talking with him and his girlfriend who had just fallen in love, and he was in this really like high romantic honeymoon stage, sort of like chemical soup state. And he said to me in that moment, the most important thing in relationships is masculine and feminine polarity. Does your mixture of masculine and feminine balance with her mixture of feminine and masculine? How do they balance? And how do you feel when you're with a woman who is more masculine in nature? A lot of guys, what they'll find, like guys who are still stuck in social conditioning, is, oh, like you were saying, your friend, this girl that you know, who has a startup and got the school to pay for it and has this really hard driving yang energy. You probably, and a lot of guys are like, oh, that's fucking cool. That chick's dope. Like, I want to be with her. But once they're actually with her, what they might find is it's just way out of balance. It's like too much yang, too much yang. Like she makes me feel hardened. She kind of like, our energies kind of push off of each other, like the opposite sides of magnets that can't click, that can't connect. What you want is the magnets that just go, right? And are drawn towards each other organically. And so I was with, the last person I was with had a strong feminine aspect, very strong. I don't know. She was probably, I'll call it like 75-25 or something like that. Okay. 75 feminine, 25 masculine. Because she had this really strong feminine aspect, she pulled me more into masculine and it balanced out perfectly. It was like two magnets just stuck together, you know, like perfect energetic balance. Felt really, really good. And it actually made me better. It fortified my energy. It made me more, it strengthened my yang side. and I strengthened her yin side. Really, really cool. That's what you're looking for in that balance. And I can't tell you what I might be able to give you a decent reading on it, but I would just suggest that you do it for yourself. Is like, where do I sit? There's no wrong answer. You know, you could be 60 feminine and 40 masculine. I'm not saying you, but like theoretically someone could be who's a man. That's not bad, worse, better, not, no judgment whatsoever. All of the judgment is just social conditioning. It's what are you? And then what will your ideal partner be? And so you get that through, you know, just basic self-awareness, tracking yourself, and then also experience with a wide variety of partners. That it doesn't have to be like crazy wide. I'm not saying be super slutty unless you really want to be, but get enough experience to know these things, to know how your energy feels with other people. And I know for me, being with women that are that have some masculine, but like a strong feminine, balances me out because I have a strong masculine, but some feminine too. And that feels really good. But when I'm with a woman who has a really sort of like harder driving masculine side, it drives me out. I don't feel as good. So yeah, like play with it. Play with it, literally. Get out there and experience different types of different energies from different people and see how you feel around them. And that will reflect back to you whatever your unique makeup is, and allow that to shift. And the final thing I'll say is that energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't lie. Our mind lies, our emotions lie, or at least our interpretations of our emotions lie. Our interpretations of our intuition lies, which is just another way of saying our mind lies. Our energy doesn't. So use your energy and the way that your energy mixes with others as your source of truth. Use that as the source of truth and follow that. Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's clip. And if you did, here's where you can go deeper right now. So my favorite part of the work that I do here is a daily email newsletter that I write every morning on the topics of human development and human potential, life strategy, training the mind, productivity and life optimization, and generally speaking, the path to self-mastery. And so if you enjoy these talks, I know you're going to love the newsletter. And if you'd like to check it out, hit the link in the description or head over to taylorallen.me and you can sign up free of charge. I hope we see you there.